Greetings of the day to all my dear students. I hope that you all are in good health. This is Shreya Jadhav welcoming you all to my e-learning channel. And today I want to start with a quote. It's impossible, said pride. It's risky, said experience. It's pointless, said reason. Give it a try, whispered a heart. So, my dear students, always follow your heart because it may lead you to a successful destination. And today, my dear students, we are going to learn English, grade 9, chapter 8. Reach for the top. So over here we have two beautiful, amazing, inspirational stories. The first one is of Santosh Yadav and the second one is of Maria Sharapova. So in today's video lecture, we will be doing the first part of it. That is Reach for the Top, the first story that is of Santosh Yadav. So, dear students, let us go through the summary of the chapter. The story is of a courageous young lady named Santosh Yadav. It is an interesting story that fills the heart with a desire that nothing is impossible. It is up to us to realize our dreams and achieve them with the hard work. A single-minded determination and dedication help us overcome all the hurdles and emerges as a winner. In this story, a young girl named Santosh Yadav from a small village of Haryana conquered Mount Everest not once but twice in her life. Her dedication and determination made a role model for others to follow. Santosh Yadav was born in a small village of Haryana named Joiner, and she was the sixth child of her family. She was a sister of 5 brothers. She was born in a society where the birth of son was regarded as a blessing and daughter was not warmly welcomed. When her mother of Santosh was expecting a baby, a holy man visited and gave her a blessing of a son. But to the surprise of everybody, her grandmother requested that she wanted a girl. The girl was born and she was given the name Santosh, which means contentment, or we can even say satisfaction. She was born in a wealthy landowner's family. Should begin living her own life on her own terms. She was just opposite to the other traditional girls. According to the family customs, she was not allowed to go out of her village for education and was sent to local village school. She decided to fight against that very system. When she turned 16, her parents forced her to get married, but she totally refused because she considered marriage the least important thing. It, she threatened her family that she would never marry if she did not get proper education. She came to Delhi for education and then went to Jaipur for further studies. She joined a renowned college named Maharani College in Jaipur and got a room in Kasturba Hostel just opposite to the range of Aravali Hills. From her hostel room, she used to see the villagers going up to the hill and rapidly went missing after a while. She decided to find out the truth herself, and finally she found out that they were all mountaineers. She asked them if she could join them, and they agreed. Then there was no looking back for her. Santosh enrolled herself in a course at Uttarkashi in Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, even that directly from Jaipur, and later informed her parents about it that she wrote a letter to her father and apologizing for not take, for taking admission in Uttarkashi. Santosh went on an expedition every year. She had an iron will and physical endurance to face any problem. She was mentally very tough also. In the year 1988, she joined the Aravali Mountaineering, and in the year 1992 came the grand success when she conquered Mount Everest. She was barely 20 years old at that time. She became the youngest woman of the world to achieve this feat. She also became the member of Indo Nepal Women's Expedition and scaled Everest the second time. In recognition of her achievements, Indian government honored her with Padma Shri. During her expedition, she tried to save her fellow climber's life. She shared her oxygen cylinder with her teammates. Although one of her teammates could not be saved, but another one could be saved because of Santosh's helpful stuff while returning from the Everest. She brought back 500 kgs of rubbish from there. Many mountaineers go for conquering the Everest every year. Daily logs of garbage in their trails. This is threatening to the ecology of the Everest. Santosh at the bringing back some garbage to show her concern for the environment. She is a proud Indian. She described her feelings when she was on the top of the world. She also is the Indian unfurled the Indian tricolor. It was a spiritual moment for her, and she felt proud to be an Indian. So, dear students, this is all about the summary of the chapter. Now, we shall start with the reading and explanation for the same. Chapter 8, Reach for the Top. Part 1, Santosh Yadav. Before you read, think for a while and make a list of 3 to 5 persons you idealize or admire very much for their achievements. Your idols may be from any sphere of life, sports, medicine, media, or art and culture. The only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice was born in a society where the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing, and a daughter, though not considered a curse, was not generally welcome. When her mother was expecting Santosh, a traveling holy man, giving her his blessings, assumed that she wanted a son. But to everyone's surprise, the unborn child's grandmother, who was standing close by, told him that they did not want a son. The holy man was surprised. Nevertheless, he gave the requested blessings, and as destiny would have it, the blessing seemed to work. Santosh was born the sixth child in the family of five sons, a sister to five brothers. She was born in a small village of Joniavas of Rewari district, Haryana. So, Santosh Yadav comes from a family background and culture where usually it is believed that a boy child is welcomed in the home. It is not like that the girls are not welcomed, but still parents, grandparents prefer boys first. But when Santosh's mother was expecting her at that time duration, there came a holy man, and he was he was astonished. He was shocked eventually by listening when his grandmother said that she didn't wanted a son; they wanted a girl child, and he was really amazed to listen it, because in that society, in the society where she was born, usually a boy child is preferred, and she was the sixth child in the family. She had already five elder brother. She was born in a very small village of Rewari district in Haryana. The girl was given the name Santosh, which means contentment, satisfaction. But Santosh was not always content with her place in a traditional way of life. She began living life on her own terms from the start. Where other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh preferred shorts. Looking back, she says now, from the very beginning, I was quite determined that if I choose a correct and a rational path, the others around me had to change, not me. So, the girl was born in the family and she was named Santosh, which means a satisfaction. She used to know always have to know hit back the traditional ways of life how other people used to live in the society. Other girls used to wear salwar kurta or traditional dress, but Santosh always used to prefer shorts. And talking back of that time, she no used to tell that she was so determined from the very beginning that if she wants to change something or something is supposed to be changed, then it is the society which is supposed to adjust. She is not going to change herself. Santosh's parents were affluent landowners who could afford to send her, their children, to the best schools, even in country's capital, New Delhi, which was quite close by, but in line with the prevailing customs in the family. Santosh had to make do with the local village school. So she decided to fight the system in her own quiet way when the right moment arrived, and the right moment came when she turned 16. At 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married. Santosh was also under pressure from her parents to do the same. So now Santosh was, we can say, was born and brought up in a very affluent landowner's no house, and they could afford to send their children in the best school. But it was a tradition that the boys were sent to good schools and Santosh had completed her studies in the government schooling, but she always had that mindset to fight back, to never lose hope or faith or anything. She always used to answer back, and she was waiting for the right moment to come. And when she turned 16, and when other girls of her age were getting married, she was also under the same pressure to get married. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. She left home and got herself enrolled in school in Delhi. When her parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part time to pay her school fees. Her parents then agreed to pay for her education. Dear students, just look at the determination the girl is having to get and attain education. She was also threatened about the marriage at early age, but she threatened her parents and told that if she will not get proper education, then she will not marry anybody. She left home, she went to Delhi, and when her parents refused that they will not help her to pay her education fees, she very politely told that okay, if you will not pay, it's okay for me, I'll find a part time job for myself, I'll pay for my own school fees. Then her parents agreed to pay for her education. Wishing always to study a bit more, with her father slowly getting used to her urge for more education, Santosh passed the high school examination and went to Jaipur. She joined Maharani College and got a room in Kasturba Hostel. Santosh remembers Kasturba Hostel faced the Aravali Hills. I used to watch villagers from my room going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. One day I decided to check it out myself. I found nobody except a few mountaineers. I asked if I could join them. To my pleasant surprise, they answered in affirmative and motivated me to take to climbing. So eventually, after completing her schooling in Delhi, she went to the Maharani College in Jaipur, and she used to stay in Kasturba Hostel, which was near Aravali Hills only. And she used to observe that there were people or villagers who used to know very firmly and quickly used to climb hills and they would vanish. One day she also went to that place and she found that actually they were not the villagers, they were the mountaineers who used to practice over there. She asked that if she could join, and there was an affirmative answer, and the mountaineers motivated her to opt climbing. Then there was no looking back for this determined young girl. She saved money and enrolled in a course at Uttarkashi Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. My college semester in Jaipur was to end in April, but it ended on the 19th of May, and I was supposed to be in Uttarkashi on 21st. So I did not go back home. Instead, I headed straight for the training. I had to write a letter of apology to my father, without whose permission I had got myself enrolled at Uttarkashi. So now what happened? This girl was, surely we can say, a very determined girl. She started saving money, and she enrolled herself in Uttarkashi Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, and she completed her college semester in Jaipur, and then she directly went to Uttarkashi, and she didn't ask for the permission of her parents. She got enrolled, but she also wrote a letter of apology to her father, that without whose permission she had taken admission and got herself enrolled in Uttarkashi Institute. After that, thereafter, Santosh went on an expedition every year. Her climbing skills matured rapidly. Also, she developed a remarkable resistance to cold and the altitude. Equipped with the iron will, physical endurance, and amazing mental toughness, she proved herself repeatedly. The accumulation of her hard work and sincerity came in 1992, just 4 years after she had shyly asked the Araivali mountaineers if she could join them. At barely 20 years of the age, Santosh Yadav scaled Mount Everest, becoming the youngest woman in the world to achieve the feat. If her climbing skills, physical fitness, and mental strength impressed her seniors, her concern for others and desire to work together with them found her a special place in the hearts of the fellow climbers. So she was so much determined that within 4 years she had skilled each and everything. And in the year 1992 came the year where for the very first time she was going to scale Mount Everest, and she became the world's youngest woman in the world to achieve that feat. Her seniors were also impressed by the dedication, hard work, desire of related to mountaineering, and they all were impressed with her, and that gave her a special place in the hearts of her fellow climbers. During the 1992 Everest mission, Santosh Yadav provided special care to a climber who lay dying at the South Col. She was unfortunately unsuccessful in saving him. However, she managed to save the another climber, Mohan Singh, who could have met with the same fate had she had not shared her oxygen with him. So it was in her Everest mission in the year 1992 where unfortunately Santosh Yadav was unable to save one of her mates. But she got an opportunity to save another one whose name was Mohan Singh, and she shared her oxygen cylinder with him. Within 12 months, Santosh found herself a member of Indo-Nepalese women's expedition that invited her to join them. She then scaled the Everest a second time, thus setting a record as only woman to have scaled the Everest twice and securing for herself and India a unique place in the annals of mountaineering. In recognition for her achievements, the Indian government bestowed upon her one of the nation's top honors, the Padma Shri. So, within the next 12 months, that is in the year 1993, she was again invited to join the Indo-Nepalese women's expedition, and she was the only woman who scaled Everest twice. And she not only made a unique place for herself but also for India in the annals of mountaineering. And the Indian government bestowed her with the top award, that is the Padma Shri. Describing her feelings when she was literally on the top of the world, Santosh has said, "It took some time for the enormity of the moment to sink in. Then I unfurled the Indian tricolor and held it aloft on the roof of the world. The feeling is indescribable. The Indian flag was flying on the top of the world. It was truly a spiritual moment. I felt proud to be an Indian." Also, a fervent environmentalist, Santosh collected and brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. So, when her experience about how she felt, she was on the top of the world, she was so proud that she was an Indian, and This gave her a more confidence that she was a really great mountaineer as well as she was a great environmentalist also. So this is all about the video lecture. I hope that every one of you have understood it. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.